back to another video. Today I'm going to talk all about my nail process and how I do my nails so frequently while prioritizing my nail health. Specifically, I'm going to get into the fill or rebalance process and talk all about why I do it, what it is, and how you can do it too. This process is becoming increasingly popular, at least from what I've seen in salons and on social media. If you're a nail tech, this is a really great service because your clients will be able to grow their nails and keep them really strong. And it's also kind of a luxurious service, so you're able to charge more. And on the flip side, this is a specialty service, so it can be hard to find a tech that offers it. And if you just like doing your own nails, this is something that you can easily learn how to do yourself as well. Before I get too into details, let's talk about what even is a fill or a rebalance. And I'm going to use those words interchangeably, and they pretty much just mean the same thing in my book. So filling your nails means that instead of fully removing your gel and doing an acetone soak off every single time you want to redo them, you instead remove about 80 to 90% of your grown out manicure, and then you re-prep your nails and then fill in the grown out portion and the rest of your nail as well with a brand new manicure. And I'm going to explain that in way more detail shortly. But ultimately, the reason why I love this process is because it prevents you from over prepping your natural nails, because like I said, you are only removing like 80 to 90% of your previous manicure, and you're leaving behind that small portion of your manicure, which will keep your nail bed strong and also prevent you from over filing and over prepping them, which is going to make your nails weak and can take off layers of your nails, which can make them feel bendy, and it's just kind of painful, and we do not want that. So the one thing that I think is super important to just wrap your head around this entire process is that not only does the process and the way that you use the tools and the polishes matter, but the tools and the polishes that you use also really matter. You're not going to be doing a fill with like thin, soft gel. That's actually made to soak off quickly, but instead you'll be doing fills with builder gel or a harder gel. When applied correctly, these gels will stay on your nails for a longer amount of time, and you apply them with structure, which keeps your nails strong, but also helps just make sure that you're not filing too close to your natural nail. And because this product lasts longer on your nails, and because we're not doing an acetone soak off, that means that you can actually go a lot longer between manicures. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit technical here. I have some drawings and you're gonna learn a lot. So I'm gonna explain the fill process in this video, and I'm using this manicure as an example. So we have day one, which is the day that I did my nails. When I do my nails with this process, I can usually wear them for about 3 to 4 weeks, and I don't really recommend going much longer than 4 weeks, which I'll explain in a moment too. But because this is a non-damaging process, you can do your nails again sooner than day 21 if you wanted to, and it won't cause any damage. But as you can see, I've worn this manicure for a few weeks, and in the picture of day 21, you can see that I have some grown out area, and I'm ready to redo my nails and do the fill process. So scientifically, this is what happened on my nail. So we have day one, the nail is that black line and the gel is the pink, and the gel is perfectly covering the nail. And then as the nails grow, after a couple of weeks, the gel moves up the nail as the new growth of the nail comes in. So when I applied builder gel, I specifically build up an apex or a structure which will protect the stress area of my nail, which you can see in that little blue bracket area. The stress area is a little bit below where your free edge starts to grow in, and it just protects your nail and gives your nail extra support so that you can grow it out and it won't break. So on day one, I'm building the structure and putting the stress area exactly where it needs to be for the length of my nails to support my nails. But as my nails grow out after a couple of weeks and the gel moves up my nail while the new growth comes in, the apex of my nail structure is also moving up my nail where it was protecting my previous stress area. But now that my nails have grown for a couple of weeks, I actually have a new stress area, and the structure of my gel is not supportive enough for the new length. So this is why I don't really recommend wearing your manicures for much longer than 3 to 4 weeks, because your old manicure is not really supportive enough for your new nail length. And when the apex or high point of your manicure is kind of being pushed up towards the tip of your nails, it can add extra weight, which can cause your nails to grow downward, but it can also cause the gel on your nails to start lifting off of your nails. And we really don't want the gel to be lifting at all, because that's going to prevent us us from being able to do this fill process. This process works best when your previous manicure is not lifting or chipping whatsoever, because then we're able to leave that small portion of it on your nails undisturbed and then reapply your new manicure. And if your gel is lifting or chipping really badly, you might want to just soak it off and start over, which is kind of defeating the purpose of doing this process. Okay, so in a nutshell, here's what we're doing with the fill process. So imagine that this is a new day one. So this new day one on the left side here is my grown out pink manicure. I'm going to remove the bulk of my builder gel, kind of where you can see that purple line there, and leave that thin layer of my base on my nails still. And then I'm going to prep my nails and reapply my gel. So then at the end of my new day one, I will have a new gel manicure that will have a nice balanced structure to support my new longer nails, and there will be no more grow out showing. Okay, I really hope you're bearing with me because I have like 2 more quick things to say. But before I get into how to do this process, I just want to call out that this is an advanced manicure process. And I strongly recommend that you have a solid foundation of a basic gel manicure before you even attempt the fill process. If you're interested in learning my exact process for a basic gel manicure, I would recommend checking out my basic gel manicure class on my website. This video is over an hour long. It's really great for beginners. It has a gel safety overview, which I think is so important to understand when you're using gel products. You'll learn how to master dry nail prep for long-lasting manicures, how to apply gel polish correctly and safely, and then also how to remove it so that you don't damage your nails. If you're interested, I'll have the link to learn more in the description box below. And then also, if you're interested in learning this exact fill process in depth, I would recommend my advanced gel manicure class. This class is over 2 hours long, and as you can see, this video is only going to be a little over 10 minutes. You are going to learn literally how to do every single step of this process in depth, in detail, so that you do not have any questions. I show you how to do everything in real time, and I just think it's such a great resource if you're interested in fully diving in and doing this process safely. It goes into all of the things that go into making your gel manicure last, including how to prep your nails, how to know which gel is actually right for the state of your nails or your client's nails, which is really great to know because as your nails grow and get longer, you need to kind of switch up which products you're using. And it also goes into how to master all of the techniques of the fill process. So how to safely use the e-file for removal and also advanced cuticle prep, and then also how to correctly apply builder gel, both tinted and clear, so that your manicures are lasting as long as possible so that you can do this process as best as possible. If you're interested in this class as well, I'll have the link in the description as well as a discount code. Okay, so as we know, the first step to doing the fill is the removal of the old manicure, and the goal with the removal is to remove the top layers and debulk the old stress area or high point of the manicure. So at this point, you can use an e-file, which I prefer to use because I think it's a lot quicker and it's also easier on your hands. If you're using a hand file all the time, it can just kind of cause like pain in your hands, honestly. And the e-file is super quick and efficient. And as you can see, I'm just removing the top coat, the color layers, and then I start to debulk the apex or high point that I built with the builder gel base that I had on. I'm always really careful during this process, but especially once I remove all of the color and start to only work on debulking, I like to just check my angles to make sure I'm not taking off too much and that I'm always leaving behind that thin layer of base gel. So once I'm left with just the thin layer of base gel, I'm ready to move on to my nail prep. And I'll just be prepping my nails directly on top of that thin layer of base that I left behind, as well as the grown out portion of my nails. The goal that I have for my nail prep is to remove any cuticle that's grown up on my nails over the past couple of weeks and also remove any dead skin. And then I'm also going to reshape my nails and prep my nail surface so that it's ready for the gel to adhere and stay on for as long as possible. I pretty much always do cuticle work with diamond bits and my e-file because I just love how precise it is. This process exfoliates your nail bed so you can see that white stuff that's coming up. That's getting rid of the cuticle that has grown up onto my nails that's kind of invisible and hard to see. And it also lifts up the pocket around my cuticle area so that I can have as much exposed nail bed as possible to get my polish as close as possible so that my nails don't look quite as grown out over the time that I have my manicure on. When I'm doing surface prep, I like to make sure that my leftover layer of base is blended into my natural nail as best as possible so that I can have the most natural application. I'm also adding some texture to my nail bed so that the gel can adhere properly and won't just lift right off. Once the prep is done, we're ready for gel application. The goal for this part of the manicure is to fill in the grown out area with new base gel, new builder gel, new color, new top coat. I'm also using the builder gel to build a new structure on my nails that will support the new length of my nails. Then the nails will be ready for color or art or a top coat or all three. I use the same base and builder gels pretty frequently because they are just my favorite and they work super well on my nails. Because I want my manicures to last as long as possible and not lift, I love using a soft adhesive gel base underneath my builder gel. It's just like an added layer of insurance and it really helps prevent lifting. So I apply that and then cure it fully before I move on to my builder gel. Like I mentioned earlier, not all builder gels are right for every single person's nails. So today I'm using Kokoist Platinum Filler Base, which is a semi-hard builder gel that's really great for longer and stronger nails. And since I've been doing this process for a little while, my nails have grown and they are pretty strong. So this base is perfect for them right now. And when you take a look at the side view of my nails, you can see how I built up the structure with my builder gel to support the new length and kind of protect that stress area. Once I'm done with the builder gel, this is the time where you can do art or you can do color or top coat. My biggest tip that I always try to keep in mind after I've applied my builder gel is that whatever I'm putting on top, I want it to be thin and pretty much stay in line with the structure that I built with my base. The thin layers will ensure that I'm not putting any extra pressure or adding any weight anywhere on my nails that I don't want it to be, because the extra weight and pressure can cause lifting, like I mentioned before. And also I think it just looks nice when your layers on top of your builder gel just mimic what the builder gel looks like and you kind of keep that really nice structure. The last step after the top coat is to just do some finishing touches. For me, I like to just file my nails gently to make sure the shape still looks how I want it to look. And then I will of course do cuticle oil and just make sure that everything is nice and hydrated. That's pretty much it for the overview of the fill or rebalance process that I love doing on my nails. If you've seen any of my other videos or you want to see some of my other videos, I'm always doing this process. I've been doing this for years at this point and I swear by it because it just keeps my nails really strong and I can grow them to any length that I want them to be. I pretty much never soak off my gels. I'll do it a couple of times a year usually, but for the most part, I'm always doing this process. Let me know if you have any questions and be sure to check out the description box. I'll put a bunch of links to my favorite tools and products and the classes if you're interested. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you next week. Bye.